Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash, and double honors to those great meals on our lunch is truth, and also to the whole filet that is scattered abroad. I'd like to say shalom, and come back here today with another great, powerful lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. The type of today's lesson is survival in times of trouble. So I'd like to say shalom to all our listeners and learners. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So that everybody that, it will be the survival of the fittest. And who is the fittest? That is the elect, the house of David. And that is about these evils are constantly growing. Just today, I seen a video clip. I'm going to show it in a moment. And that is about Russia is showing off their military might, their nuclear arsenal. And that is about that, showing off the missiles. And that is about that, we're coming upon that time. Things is getting ready to be nuclear. And that about it, we keep telling you left and right, the IBCM missiles are getting ready to fly. And that about it, it's time to get your house in order. It's time to wake up now, because that about it, we read upon great death, great destruction. You know what I'm saying? The evils are constantly growing all around us. And that about it, they're trying to tag everyone on the planet. And that about it, you would not be able to buy and sell. You would not be able to move. And that about it, trying to make you a petrol slave. And that about it, trying to make you submit. And that about if you do submit, that about you will be totally destroyed. And that about these evils are just all around us. And that about all hell is getting ready to break loose. This global reset, this new world order. We're constantly beating it into your head, because that about you will be well warned. And that about the men of the Lord, we constantly telling you left and right. And that about that they beginning to see that the men of the Lord, they say, hey, these guys are telling the truth after all. And that about that, the evidence is out there. It is everywhere. And that about all you must do is open up your eyes and open up your ears if the Lord is dealing with you. And that about we're constantly one. We are here. It's at the door. And that about the end is here. And that about, game is almost over. And that about the Lord is getting ready to return. So the title of the day's lesson, once again, is Survival in Times of Trouble. So I have a little short video clip. And after the video clip, we'll put a few scriptures around and close out a very short lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So we get started with a little short video clip and hope that you get edified by the lesson today. One moment. One moment.
Well, if you think it was bad before, it's about to get a lot fucking worse. Okay? So you ain't got enough food on your plate yet? I'm going to give you a little more to chew on. Russia just terrified NATO and made them think twice. They did something they didn't think they were going to do. They tested their intercontinental missile, Sarmat, or SAM-2. This fucking motherfucker is so big, it can carry enough warheads on it to destroy a state the size of Texas. It's hypersonic and it's fucking vicious. We need to watch for this. Number two, if you got a whole bunch of gas cans and diesel cans and whatever fuel you might need, you might want to go fill them up. This is what J.P. Morgan just said. Giant missiles, food shortages, and $185 a barrel. Where the fuck you think this is going, people? Well, if you think it was bad before...
So I hope that you enjoyed the video and you heard what he said. He told you about the missiles that Russians are displaying, and that about it, that, they're bucking up. The heathens are raging, and that about it. We constantly warning you left and right. The great time of trouble is right upon us, and that about people are constantly had a vision about America being attacked by Russia and China, and that about it. The Bible is a true book, and the Lord's word is not returned to him void, and that about it. We constantly warning you left and right, and the judgment is right upon us, and the day of vengeance of the Lord is almost here, and that about it. You can see all these things are constantly coming to pass, and that about it. The Bible prophecy is just constantly popping, and that about it, because we are here. We in that transition of power. And that about it, the devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath. All hell is getting ready to break loose. Order out of chaos. And that about it, they're getting ready to try to fill his belly, which in fact is the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And that about it, you heard what he said, food shortage. You heard what he said, inflation. You know what I'm saying? Gas going to be so high. Food is going to be shorted. All this has been engineered from the left-hand side. And that about it, we constantly warn you left and right. In that day, they shall know that a prophet was among. So a lot of people beginning to see that those men was telling the truth after all. They were not crazy. And that about calling us prophets of doom, saying that we are conspiracy theorists. I think that's what they was calling us. And that about is that, we're telling you the truth. And that about it that you can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. And everybody that we are here. Russia is getting ready to buck up. And everybody that the Lord is putting the spirit on him. Ezekiel chapter 38, he's putting the hooks in his jaw. And everybody that he's getting ready to strike. And everybody, we telling you left and right, we are here. It's at the edge. It's at the door. And everybody that we can feel it. And everybody, the kingdom of heaven is almost at hand. So we can start in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 40. We start at chapter 40. One moment. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, Salakia, and verse 40. We'll start up here. One moment. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 40. And it reads, O my people, hear my voice. Make you ready to the battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Let's read that again. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. And I advise that that time is coming where we'll be moving from place to place. And I advise that, are you ready to let everything go, forsake everything, and follow Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai? Because that about we're coming upon these times. And that about when that time of trouble comes, and that about we will have to leave everything and trust and believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Believe in his word, and that about it, trust in him. And that about it, we must have the faith through those troubling times. And that about it, the Lord is getting ready to help us in ways that we do not know how. And that about it, everything is getting ready to be nuclear. And that about it, that is the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And remember, the Lord is in perfect control. So rejoice ye heaven. So now let's start back up. 2nd Ezra chapter 16. We'll start back up one moment at verse 41. And it reads, He that selleth, let him be as he that flees away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. Verse 42. He that occupies merchandise as he that has no profit by it, and he that buyeth as he that shall not dwell therein. Verse 43, he that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grape. So that is about it, in that time of trouble, won't be no more working, won't be no more toiling, no more trying to get that bag, no more trying to build, nothing, and that is about it. Only thing that will help you in that time, is seeking the Lord, asking the Lord to have mercy upon you, because that is about, you must have your survival skill ready. What is that survival skill? That this wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the time. And that is your survival mechanism, that mindset, that understanding, that, and that is about that covering that only come from Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And that is about, we are here trying to tag everyone on the planet. We'll not be able to buy or sell. And we're constantly sounding like a broken record. But we are here. These are the times that we're living in. And that in order to survive, the Lord said you will be like what pilgrims, upon the earth, moving from place to place. And when troubles are all around us, the Lord will be there in the midst of everything. And the Lord will not let any harm come to you, because you trust and believe in him. And we fear the Lord. So now let's go to Revelation chapter 2. Revelation chapter 2. One moment. Revelation chapter 2. One moment. Revelation chapter 2, and we'll start at verse 25. Revelation chapter 2, and we'll start at verse 25. And it reads, But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. Let's read that again. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. And that's about what do you already have? And that's about that wisdom and knowledge, the stability of the time. You know what I'm saying? You have that oil, that eye salve that only comes from Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You must be spiritual in these times of trouble. And that's about we can see, and we can hear, we knowing the signs of the time. And that's about we're constantly measuring the prophecies each and every day. And we're redeeming the time wisely, because that is about survival in times of trouble. We're in this trouble, Jacob's trouble. And that about it, it's right upon us. And that about we at the beginning of sorrow. And that about it, we seeing Russia, Ukraine, and that about it, Russia constantly threatening NATO. You know what I'm saying? Finland telling them not to join NATO. A lot of things are happening. And everybody, it's constantly popping like clockwork. And everybody, the Lord is constantly accelerating time because everybody, He's getting ready to come deliver us, and we cannot wait. Woo, we cannot wait. And everybody, survivor of the fittest. And who is that? The elect, the house of David. And everybody, we cannot wait. The Lord is almost here. He's getting ready to return and set things back into order. So now, let's start back up. Revelation chapter 2, and we'll start back up at verse 26. And it reads, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation. Let's read that again. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation. And everybody, that's what we're waiting on. Immortality, rulership, spiritual power. And everybody, all we're waiting for the enemy to strike. And the Lord is getting ready to strike back. And everybody, with that, He's going to lift up that standard, that spiritual power, because we need Him. And everybody, we don't have any help. Our help come from above. From what? From the fourth dimension. And everybody, that's all we need. All the Lord wants us to do is to believe. Keep the faith. You know what I'm saying? Keep walking in the Spirit each day and keep standing up for righteousness. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, the Lord is getting ready to return. And then you're seeing all these things are coming, coming to pass. This, what's getting ready to happen is going to be on a global scale of extinction. If the Lord don't return, everything will be destroyed. This red devil, which in fact is a so-called white man, he is getting ready to destroy everything. And everybody's there. But the Lord is getting ready to interrupt his enterprise. And everybody, he's getting ready to fill his belly. But everybody, the Lord is getting ready to take his ass out of rulership forever. And everybody's there. Slavery is coming back in a big way. We cannot wait. And a lot of people beginning to see that this word that we're saying, it is true. And everybody's looking around. So a lot of people are waking up ready to last inning. You know what I'm saying? Some people are waking up for salvation, and some people are waking up for what? Total destruction. And everybody, we are very close. And right now, we don't even care about the unbelief. They would know it, death by pain. So now, let's start back up. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 26. Let's read that over again. And it reads, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation. Verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter's shall they be broken to shivers, even as I receive of my fathers. And everybody, we're getting ready to be joint heirs with Yahushua Hamashiach. And everybody, the King of the universe, he's getting ready to return. And everybody, we are prince of the power. And everybody, you know what I'm saying? We're getting ready. He getting ready to unlock the universe for us. And everybody, it's gonna be a time that, we cannot wait. We must get through this great tribulation period. Through much tribulation, ye shall enter the kingdom of heaven. And everybody, the Lord is getting ready to give us power over the nation. And everybody, we must survive. And everybody, the Lord said, be as pilgrims among the earth. And everybody, that's that endurance. You know what I'm saying? We must endure all these things through much tribulation. He is trying us through as gold is tried in the fire. And everybody, He's constantly perfecting us. And everybody, we have hope that we are part of the hopeful elect. And everybody, the house of David, we're constantly rising each and every day. So, survival in times of trouble. And everybody, how are we surviving? Because we're in this great wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the time once again. And everybody, we cannot wait. And people are beginning to see that we are telling the truth, because the truth is out there everywhere. The Lord said in Matthew chapter 24 and verse 14, this gospel shall be preached throughout the four corners of earth. Then shall the end come. So this truth is fluent. It's flowing like milk and honey. And everybody, if you have not received because you're unbelieving and the Lord has blocked you, He has shut the door on you. And everybody, you'll get ready to be destroyed, because we are here. It is at the door. The stage is set. So now, let's go to one moment. Let's go to Revelation chapter 3. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. One moment. And it reads, because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And everybody's there, that hour of temptation is fast approaching. Just like I said once before, they are getting ready to tag everyone on the planet, to chip everyone. And everybody, we constantly tell you, it is here. The MOTB, it is here. The digital society, this digital ID, this digital tattoo, and I about this pseudo sign. You know what I'm saying? And I about we constantly warn you left and right. AI, all these things are here, and I about is that all these lying wonders from the left hand side, and people are constantly exposed because the Spirit of the Lord is constantly He's pouring it out on all flesh. Even the heathens, even the two-thirds, and also the elect, and I about the Lord is making everything be known, and I think anything that was hid is getting to be known abroad, and I about it that great and glory return is very close. We are hastening this great and glory return. We are ready to get out of this nightmare and get back in our first estate. We cannot wait. Survival in times of trouble. So it's time to get your house. Wake up now. It is time to wake up because that about when the Lord return, there will be no more talking. So now, let's go to one moment. Let's get a quick precept before we close out. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 45. Isaiah chapter 45. One moment. Isaiah chapter 45. One moment. Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 25. One moment. Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 25. And it reads, say, in the Lord shall all the seeds of Israel be justified and shall glory. And that's what we're waiting on. And we're waiting for the Lord to justify us and also deliver us. And we cannot wait. All glory, all power and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. We cannot wait. And in that day, they shall know that I am the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That He is the Lord. Salak. And that we cannot wait. Every knee shall bow. Every tongue will confess. And there's a survivor of the fittest. And you know what I'm saying? We are ready. And the Lord said He will preserve us in that time of trouble. When you read about that in Psalm chapter 91, and the Lord is, He already know who is the elect. The same that endure, the same shall be saved. So let's get that. We'll close out with that. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. One moment. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 13. Let's read that. We'll close out here. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. But he that shall endure to the end, the elect, the same shall be saved. The elect, the house of David. And that we must endure, that endurance. And we must strive for the truth to the end. And in that video, he told you that you see how Russia is constantly, they are bucking up. And they seeing that America, aka Babylon the Great, is weak. And they're getting ready to strike. And that this all has been engineered. And the global elites. And they're in for a rude awakening. And they're waiting in their bunkers because they knowing that all hell is getting ready to break loose. Great persecution, great death, great destruction. FEMA camps all over the place. It's all over the United States, all over the southern South America, also in Mexico. They are everywhere. It's already been planned. And we're not ignorant of Satan's device. And hyperinflation, food shortage. And just like I said, they're trying to tag everyone. And to make you a petrol slave. And it will be there's a survivor of the fittest. And the men of the Lord, we're constantly signing crime left and right. We are here. We don't care what you think about us. All we want you to do is seek Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Come under total subjection because the idea about it, when the Lord returns, won't be no more talk. And that famine of the word is coming. And we are it, man. We are so very close. Won't be no more working. Won't be no more good old time. And it would be a time of trouble that we have never seen before. And we're constantly warning you left and right. And the Lord said, be like pilgrims among the earth. And the Lord is getting ready to return. He's getting ready to gather, the house of David. And we're getting ready to reunite with the King of the universe, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So the title of the day's lesson, once again, is Survival in Times of Trouble. So I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekakadash. And I'd like to say, Shalom.